You're gonna tell me how to do the list?
Eat a burger.
Eat a
and
burger.
Put it to rest.
Do it.
Now we know. Daddy's at the law firm until 8 hours, and Davey's watching XXX down in the fucking basement.
Get that out of my face. But you punch the burger? I'm gonna throw it.
Did you go to therapy?
Yes. Yeah, we changed it. We're back up.
Come on. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. You got a lot of Bobby Knight in you. We've seen him 2 places.
All right, Healthy Debate, December 6th, 7th, 6th.
6.
Shit. Nice to be in New York. It's been a while on a Wednesday.
It's a nice surprise.
Well, last week, right?
I was like, you were just here last Wednesday.
Yeah, I know, but then before that, Phil, it's been a long time. So 3 big ones, if you want to touch on this. Clem, I think, had this tweet. Not sure if he blogged it. Better game franchise, Grand Theft Auto or Mario Kart?
I think it's got to be Mario Kart, but GTA of the new generation is obviously like our go-to. But if you're saying overall video games with the classic nostalgia,
yeah, I just
Mario
feel like Mario Kart, there was an actual purpose. Like you could pop it on and you're actually playing for something. Grand Theft Auto, you're on there kind of fucking around, like getting chased, shooting people. Like it's.
I personally have more fun in GTA, but I think overall, like Mario Kart takes.
Yeah, I kind of like Mario Kart. I was a Mario Kart guy, so I think that franchise. Yeah, plus it's on Switch now. It's Nintendo Switch, right?
Yeah,
it's
Nintendo
a home run
Switch.
on that, so that's where it's at. The other one to touch on too. Ohtani's secret meetings. I laughed about this on Pick Central. Who is the franchise that would be hilarious? First of all, it's crazy that he's like touch and go of like, don't tell me I'm meeting with guys. I guess he doesn't want to get burnt. He doesn't want to become a villain maybe to other fan bases. Like if he says he's going to the Mets and takes the meeting, then all of a sudden it feels like he has to go. I don't really know what he's going to do. But I laughed at this. Who's the funniest franchise to go all in, completely lie in jet ski and make him like mad and create fake rumors that he was there? I think it's the Pirates and the Royals. Be like, we met with him, we swear, and they have like beat reporters outside. I think they should lean into the fake Photoshop, like him outside the facility, and it's clearly like horrible, and people are like, look at this Photoshop, and they're like, no, that's real. Like, just keep doubling down.
To the point where his team has to reach out and be like, no, we did not.
His team, yeah, is sitting there going, why are they saying we went? We didn't go. They're very mad. So I think that's kind of funny. Also, the whole Ohtani thing is crazy. I mean, him getting hurt really hurt his, pun intended, hurt his stake because he would have got so much more. I feel like the winter meetings right now are dead. Like, we're not really hearing anything. It usually picks up soon, so we'll see. Jimmy V last night. UConn is fucking good, man. Real fucking good. Probably, not a favorite this year or damn close. They're probably in a great position to repeat because as of last year, they dominated. I know it's a different team. No Sonogo, Hawkins, those guys, but Hurley gets through the hump. They go and beat a good Carolina team. So enjoyed those games a lot. College basketball heating up. You got a lot of Alabama, Purdue this weekend. Marquette, Texas tonight. So always enjoy watching the Jimmy V. UConn can play. If you have a sleeper, the other thing too, I tweeted this. I'm surprised. I should have Dukes too. Grand Canyon is going to win a game, and they're going to be the most predicted team, like Public Joe upset in the NCAA tournament. They've been in the tournament now for a couple of years, starting to put things together. Everybody's going to fall in love with Grand Canyon. So interested to kind of see how everything folds out with college basketball.
What did you think of the UNC basketball Twitter account with the Chapel Hills, the sixth borough video before? You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they had. I'll pull it up right now.
Carolina does not play in New York enough. That's a crazy claim.
It was more about like they have a lot of like
Syracuse
New
and
York
when
roster
I think of New York, Duke has a good presence in New York. UConn has the best. Syracuse has the best. They're in New York, obviously. That doesn't really count. But UConn, yeah, if you're in the Big East, they've been playing there forever. So, like, UConn's been, ton of games.
That's better, yeah.
Ton of games.
It was more about, like, I
Carolina
think the roster.
basketball is about playing on the biggest stages under the
Oh,
brightest
yeah,
lights.
he's a Knick.
City, and that's Madison Square Garden.
From 1957's national champions
To Dean Smith's teams.
to last year's win.
Chapel Hill.
Yeah, R.J. Davis,
has always
Stepanak.
been the sixth borough.
You play basketball to earn a reputation as a winner.
You come here to prove it.
New York basketball is about the flair of Kenny Smith or Cole.
Yes.
But it's also about the grit of Charlie Scott and Derek Phelps.
I just think that's a weird angle to take.
It is. Listen, I'll give them credit. I was expecting them.
video, but-
They got a lot of ties to New York. I forgot about Kenny Smith. Great book.
Jack Mack just had a laugh my ass off quote tweet after the game, though, which I
Loves
appreciated.
heels. And Carolina loves New York right back.
I love this school. I love these fans. New York basketball is
Just like,
tough.
The Hubert Davis Knicks highlights is a hell of a stretch.
Confidence.
And we played a lot of heart.
New York basketball is what it's all about.
it's just such a reach for
Yeah,
the
listen.
Garden to give him something more.
I forgot Ed Cota was from Brooklyn. Cormac Ryan, obviously.
This is Carolina basketball.
Yeah, R.J. Davis. Shout out Stepinac High School. I watched him play in high school. So, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, listen, you want New York alums to get there, you know? Like,
For sure.
I don't hate it. But you can't say, like, did you see what Connecticut put out before the game?
No.
I think it was Klingon on the subway, and it's like, can't wait to get to Stores South tonight. Like an all-time flex. And then they go and win. UConn owns New York way more than.
Yeah, when I was on the train ride back, there was a bunch of probably like 25, 26-year-olds in UConn jerseys banged up having a good time.
Yeah. UConn is listen, I have not had good experiences as a fan against UConn when they beat Duke in 99 as a kid. And then 04, they beat them in the championship. Or was that the Final Four? Oh, Final Four, because Georgia Tech lost. So UConn's kind of owned Duke to a degree in the big games. Anyway, but yeah, that's an interesting angle. So open for that. That's the first quarter. Phil, let's load them up.
All right, B Frisky, you are on.
Frisky.
What's up, Bosco?
What's up?
Hey, we got to talk about the transfer portal. And I was already planning on calling before this just absurdity coming from the NCAA, this new, proposal thing. So I'm going to leave that on the back burner. We can talk about it if you want to. But I'm going to go with my original take from before that nonsense. So, obviously, absurd amount of players hitting the transfer portal the day after conference championship games. I mean, personally, it's getting kind of old, but, we can talk until we're blue in the face about the transfer portal in college football. What I wanted to talk about was the transfer portal in college basketball, because I actually think that the transfer portal in college basketball works out pretty well, because football is just such a – it just takes so much to be good at football and to win week in and week out because of schemes. There's just so much that goes into it. But basketball is such a plug-and-play kind of thing. I think it keeps the playing field pretty level throughout all of college basketball. We're seeing upsets, quote-unquote upsets from, UNC Wilmington beating Kentucky, Southern getting the win, App State beating Auburn in Boone. I don't even know how that got set up. But I just think that it keeps the playing field relatively level, and I think it actually works for college basketball.
Yeah, it seems like it does. It also, the other thing that, the story that nobody glorifies, there's 1,200 or 1,300 guys that enter the portal, and only a fifth of them or two-thirds of them end up at places. Some of those guys transfer their way out of Division I. So you don't hear stories about that. But, yeah, I do think basketball is a little bit easier to find your system or get into a groove better than football. But there's a lot – I think Travi was saying it. Last year there was something like 600 guys in the portal, or let's say 700, and now it's like 4 times as much in the same amount of time. Lot of quarterbacks transferring. So, yeah, interesting. I agree with you. I think college basketball works itself out a little bit more than college football.
So we can agree on that. So I don't know how much have you seen of the new new proposal for NIL, but basically we're going where we kind of thought it was going to end up, is where we're going to have a separate division for the teams that can afford to buy whoever they want to, and a separate division for teams that can't afford to do it, which I think is just going to ruin college football. That to me is just going to take all of it out of it. I just don't see how that works out. But my proposal, rather than just split directly on who has the best boosters, who has the most money, I think to make it more competitive and to keep schools as wholes interested while keeping it competitive, I think we need to move to conferences not being the whole school for every sport. I think we need to be looking into each sport. Alabama is going to compete with Clemson and in football, but in basketball, maybe not necessarily. So what do you think about splitting it up by sport conferences rather than just the whole school competes in this conference in every sport?
No, I think then it gets a little complicated because, like, the SEC money goes to football, but then the Big 12 is getting the women's soccer money, and that's way less. I think if you're in a conference,
well, not under the new proposal, the Title IX is they have to get the exact same. So whatever top percentile of athletes have to stay within women and men. They have to get the same money, not the same percentage, the same money.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm not too pervy with all that stuff, but if you're asking if teams should be in a conference for one sport and a conference for another, I disagree with that.
So, but how are you going to do, so like Coastal Carolina, for example, they're in the College World Series and in the mix pretty regularly, but obviously they're not going to compete with like Alabama or like Oregon State on the football level every year. So how do you keep Coastal Carolina competitive in baseball while allowing the Power Four now teams to capitalize on their money for football?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I think you stumped me on that one. I don't really know how you keep everybody happy.
And I think, obviously, I don't know either. I think it's a Pandora's box that they kind of opened with all this NIL stuff before they had these kind of things thought out. And now it's just kind of like, well, what do we do now?
Right. Yeah, it's a tricky time, man. It's a tricky time. So appreciate it, B. Frisky. Phil, next one.
Ben from Omaha wants to know if he's an asshole or not.
All right.
Rico, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, if you're asking that question, you usually are. But go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, so, all right, man. So, basically on Thursdays, right after work, we go to this bar. And I gotta drive to Iowa to place bets because it's not legal in Nebraska.
Right.
So I go to a physical place. Anyways, every Thursday we go play for bets for the weekend, Thursday night football. They got a pull tab machine. And I'm really cool with this bartender. It's like she'll give me a couple free beers and stuff because I always tip well at the end of the day. Every Thursday I always tip her well, take care of her. Well, these pull tabs said put $10 on a pull tab, you might get $2 or $3, but sometimes you hit like $10, $15. I always just give her that pull tab, like add it on to a tip, whatever. Just I don't really care about $10, $15. I just like to gamble. Well, last Thursday I do the pull tabs. I hit $250, and I'm excited because I never hit that much on a pull tab. And she's looking at me and giving me attitude like, oh, you're not going to give me that as the tip. Like, you always give me your pull tabs as a tip, like whatever you make. I'm like, it's $250. If you want a $250 tab, you better come over and start sucking me like
yeah,
a
no, we're not going to that,
you were doing so
you're
good.
Doing so well.
So good.
It's probably why you're an asshole.
Oh.
But it's one of those things, like you've probably already given her the $250.
Yeah, for sure.
In little by little by little, so... Yeah, you can't be squeezing somebody who's doing that out of their kindness of your heart. You were not an asshole, but those comments now make you an asshole. Healthy debate.
Well, and she DM'd me on. She found my Instagram. She DM'd me on Instagram that same night. She's like, if I mess up a shot pour or something, you're not getting it. You're paying full price for your beers now.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you got petty. You're in a petty
found
war.
Me on Instagram, and she was so mad about it because I told her to suck me in front of the whole entire bar.
Did you say that?
Yeah, he did. He's an asshole.
You actually said suck my dick in front of the whole bar?
Yeah, I told her to get on her knees and blow me.
Oh, dude, you lost.
Yeah, you're out.
You're out.
You're out.
You had so much standing. You had the moral high ground.
You're out.
I dropped him.
Oh.
Moron. Probably could have fucking worked his way in that he was nice to her. Like, he could have worked it the other way. Like, I'll take you out for dinner. And then probably get in. But he's a...
Or, like, and I'm not an advocate for snitching, but if she, like, is getting angry about that, maybe talk to the other bartender. But give me a hard time. Maybe you get a couple free beers out of it.
Yeah. Or, I've given you... Yeah, I mean, he probably paid her $250 before that. She also has no right to say she gets the full $250.
The chat is loving his move.
They're animals. The chat, they're all animals. You're all animals. But we love you.
Man.
Animals. All right, give me one more.
That was crazy.
We'll go halftime.
Kenny Hammer, you're on.
Oh, God. I don't know if I have the... Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh, God. Okay, I've really been holding this one in.
Kenny, chill.
So,
he's nuts, dude.
So I've been holding this one in, but just physically and mentally. Okay, so I believe I came on this Healthy Debate show last week. I was told I was upset, Rico. I think I might need an apology because as we stand today, December 6th, Kenny Hammer was right. He had a very good reason to be upset. And I will say, you're a guy who loves to talk about the SEC bias of this committee. I'm the only guy all season saying this thing won't work itself out. Someone's going to get fucked over. Alabama's going to make the playoffs. Rico, are you willing?
Well, I think I was in front of this a month ago saying there's no chance Alabama's being left out.
You were ahead of me?
We probably were close, Kenny. But I did say there's no way they're leaving Alabama out. Now, I didn't think they'd do it to FSU. I thought they'd do it to Texas. But I think everybody knew there was going to be some craziness to this. I
was getting shut down last week. I was being
because weren't you saying Washington or something? Aren't you a fucking Washington maniac?
No, come on. I'm not a real lunatic. I just think that, at the end of the day, this is a corrupt organization.
It is. It's corrupt. You're right. Kenny was right. Print the shirts. Kenny was right.
It was ahead of me. Is that an apology? Is that a public
apology?
I'm
sorry. You're right. But I was right, too. I did say they weren't going to fuck Bama. I said they'd light their houses on fire. Don't ban me, YouTube. Before fucking
healthy debate.
Before Alabama got fucked out of the playoff. I did say that.
Yeah. I'll take it. I mean, healthy debate. That kid that you saw, he got his junior varsity little push shot layup, got put right back into his chest. Rico, healthy debate. If we don't teach these kids a lesson on the court, they're going to keep on putting up that junior varsity bullshit.
Oh, the kid with the block who threw it out of bounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he heard a fast break, man.
Oh,
you got it. Don't ruin a fast break. Yeah, I know. You're Kenny. Didn't you get 10 technicals in men's league?
Whoa. Hey, I slipped one in the back door. You know how that works when they're not looking. I mean, they may not have called it, but I mean, I know.
I gotta know. We need I know I'm doing well on the reality show. I need a reality show on Kenny Hammer. The fake Kenny Hammer.
Yeah, I mean,
the real Kenny Hammer is a stand-up guy.
Yeah, the real Kenny Hammer got dunked on. He's got to find a new record.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. That's all he was going
All right,
exactly. Not good.
All right, good luck, Kenny. What a fucking maniac. Phil, give me one more before halftime. What a fucking maniac.
Fish from New Jersey.
Rico.
What's up?
All right, two things just because you brought it up. Super Mario, definitely better. If you're playing Mario Kart in college,
yeah.
I mean, that just takes the cake right there. But my healthy debate, are you a terrible friend if you're not telling your buddy he's got to shave his head and give up on the hair, bro? Like, it's a bad look.
No, I think that's it's like a sensitive subject type of thing.
Yeah, but you're a terrible friend if you're just letting him walk around and he looks like Black Sox Gabe.
Is your buddy physically fit?
He's a hack guy, but yes, he's physically fit.
Okay, you got to tell him, hit the gym a little harder, maybe get on test, get a couple tattoos,
and make
shave
up
it.
for it. Yeah. It's tough. You know that's a sensitive thing, though. I never, luckily, knock on wood right now, I never had the problem. But there was guys in high school with the full U, So,
also, you got the horseshoe going.
Yeah,
all the soccer players go to Turkey. It's $4,000 flights, procedure, and hotels, all in hair transplant. So if you guys want to, if you're really close to them, maybe all the guys pitch in, GoFundMe, get them a new hairline.
Yeah, they'll get their teeth done at the same time.
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject. I think maybe you turn up the jokes a little bit more and make him feel uncomfortable and let him do it himself. But you can't flat out be like...
I think you do flat out just tell him, like, yo, bick that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's sensitive, man.
But what would you... If you were... The roles were reversed, what would you rather have?
I'd be pissed. I'd be trying to hold on to it as long as possible.
No, but would you rather them needle you, like, passive-aggressively or just be told straight up?
Maybe, yeah. I guess pulling off the Band-Aid's a little bit easier. But it doesn't make it any easier.
You don't want to be
when
the butt
you do
of the
it,
joke.
you feel like shit, though. Because a lot of guys, like, that might be the last thing they got. Like, for me, that would be the last thing I got. I'm not like, New Jack City, not the best, you don't look like Van Damme. Like, the hair works. They like the hair.
Yeah, but if it's not working, like, there's a point where if it's not working, holding on is not working more than being bald.
I agree with that. Yeah, you can almost look worse with a little. So that's a good call, though. Yeah, you're not a bad friend, but 50-50 on that. I like that. All right, let's go halftime.
I thought when he started alluding to the OGs, I thought he was going to ask in terms of other content people who would have been a better addition to Che. And to that, I would say Grace, Bree, Dana Beers, Meek Phil, Frank, Janks, Liam, the entire control room, Kareem, Joey, Pat, Content Kim, Doug's, Red Rhino, Mantis, and the bum who sleeps on 31st. Oh, and the guy who sells jerseys on the corner.
That's my alliance member, bro. You better watch your fucking mouth, man. That's my teammate. That's my quarterback, dog.
Cut Kirk, you're dead.
Yeah, we got a new enemy. Cuts Kirk, man. With that smug fucking face.
How deep is the beef going to go? Like, what level of, I guess, like DEFCON are you for?
I mean, well, we're a year away from, 1 year removed from D-Day of last year.
Yes.
So you don't want to go back into your bad ways. But I don't know. I mean, the boys are, like I said, these guys are suicide bombers. They're not going to be at a USO show. Like, they're dying. They're looking for blood. They're sharks looking for blood.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll just fuck with Pete. Where are you traveling to?
Delaware.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. What are you scouting?
No, Rough and Rowdy presents.
Oh, nice. Yeah, all right. I think you're going to do a great job, Pete. Healthy debate.
Yeah.
All right?
Agreed.
All right.
Debate settled.
Yeah, all right. Good job. Yep. How you flying?
Taking a train.
Train?
Yep.
You in the quiet car?
No Acela. Just a cattle car, regional, probably hauling some dairy products.
All right. You gonna watch any programs?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Text me the programs and let me know what you think.
I'm gonna watch tonight's.
Oh yeah, good episode.
I have it early.
Yeah, good episode.
Yeah. All right. Can't wait.
Very good episode.
Can't wait. I don't know what happens.
Have you been following?
I've been following. I've been watching.
Who do you think? Who do you think has been the star so far?
Hearing?
Yeah, no, not really. But you're not that interesting. Healthy debate. Who do you think's been the star so far? Yeah, I know, Pete. All right, relax.
Rico,
all right, you know what?
Rico Bosco.
All right, thanks, Pete. Yeah, you gotta go. All right, go ahead. All right, see you later.
We won't expand on that.
Yeah, all right, see you later, Pete. Love you, buddy. Oh, you gonna reciprocate that? I love you, buddy. Wow.
Damn, cold.
Pete, we're gonna give you one more, Pete. We're gonna give you one more. I love you, buddy.
Close.
You're a cold, fucking hearted prick, Pete. I love it. Don't change. Go Birds, scumbag. All right, load him up, Phil. That guy, he's a robot. I love him. We've had a lot of beef. I like Pete.
I couldn't hear this guy's name, but he's from South Carolina. You want to talk about wedding rings?
Ooh.
Dylan Harper, by the way. Dylan Harper, breaking news. Dylan Harper, 2 Rutgers.
Oh, wow,
Knew they were going to get him for a while, but I did think people would steal him. Good for them.
Who is this from South Carolina? I couldn't hear your name.
This is Pegasus.
Okay.
Pegasus, what's up, pal? This
Hey,
is...
Rico, I got a question here for you. Kind of a unique situation, or I don't know if it's unique, actually. But so I'm not a wedding ring guy. I'm not a ring guy at all. I don't like the idea of something on my finger. So I worked out a deal with my long-term girlfriend that we're going to do like just a basic Rolex instead of a wedding band. Can I get your thoughts on that? Because, the woman gets something that's real expensive and then that expensive man kind of gets, a cheap little gold band. So thoughts on that? Is that weird? Or
I don't mind mine, but I would say brick watch over Rolex.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brick Watch will
Company guy.
guarantee the marriage will last as well.
Listen, those marathons and widespread panic concerts, they don't run themselves. So we got to keep that guy in business. So let's buy as many
Will
brick
I be
watches as
looked at-
possible.
Will I be looked at weird, though, as a married man with
No, I think there's a lot of guys who, like, to be honest with you, if I was still doing the job I was at, you couldn't wear it every day. So I did have the rubber thing for a while. If you're playing hoops a lot, you go to the gym a lot, like, you're going to have to take it off. I just don't take it off. So,
I think it's kind of a cool idea for the guy.
I wish I went a little downgraded. The guy who got it for me, it's beautiful. I like the two-tone. But as it turns out, I probably just needed a basic one. I think this was like $600 or $700. We didn't need to spend that much. But, it's already been 5 years. Average it out, like $100 a year. And then for 25 more. My dad's, over the years, became a shoe jet ski. It was like that. Like it was formed to his finger, but it was, when you took it off somehow, it was like an oval.
That's wild.
Yeah. He also used to do some crazy shit. If you were playing basketball, what would you do with it?
I think
he tied it in his shoelaces.
I would
He'd
put it in like a backpack. I wouldn't put it in the shoelace.
He
Maybe in the sock.
tied it into the shoelaces and it never came out. Crazy. I wouldn't trust it like that.
But yeah, but I feel like you're running around like it could. Even
No
the
shit.
friction could rip
Never.
the shoelace.
No issue. No issue.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Pegasus, how does your wife? I'm sorry, I missed. Did you suggest this or your girl suggested this? How does she feel about it?
This is something I suggested, just because I don't want. I have a thing with rings. I guess I don't like the idea of them. I don't want to get stuck or something like that. So it's something I suggested, and I'm kind of throwing it out there. Didn't think she would be okay with it, but I think her compromise was as long as let me engrave the back to say something.
You know who else has a thing with rings? Dan Marino and Karl Malone.
Is there any part of this that is secretly because you don't want everyone to know you're married when you're out?
You know that I guess.
Do not delay answering that question. Oh, jeez.
That could be a part 2, not the main part. No.
All right. This is the day of assholes.
Yeah, man.
Phil, drop them. I like them. Appreciate the call, but what a pack of assholes today.
I thought he'd be like, no, not
Christmas. They're getting reckless.
I couldn't even hear the name. He was like, oh, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Do you know what Pegasus is?
It's a horse, right?
With wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Hercules.
I'm smart.
Yeah. All right. Give me another one.
Bobby from Nashville, you're on.
How many you got, Phil?
5.
Rico, boys, how we doing?
What's up?
Hey, so healthy debate. What's the next evolution in sports? So, for example, like big men started shooting threes. We got switch hitters in baseball, running quarterbacks. Mine, I'm thinking athletic punters. Maybe jacked offensive linemen instead of fat guys.
I don't hate that, but it's one play. I think it's a bigger scale of things. That's a good one.
Maybe LeBron playing soccer.
Fuck, I'm blanking.
What about baseball trying more guys hitting for average? More guys going back to the small ball? Maybe?
Or pitch, instead of switch hitting, we got switch pitching?
Yeah.
Are you saying just one you would like to see or one based off of like current trends in sports that you think will actually happen?
One that I think would actually happen.
Yeah. Damn. That's a good one.
I could see switch pitchers like being an actual thing.
I almost wonder if we completely wipe the center away in the NBA. I know it's like non-existent now, but I'm saying like a full 5 out. Like nobody's playing with their back to the basket.
You think we'll ever see the disillusion of the kicker in the NFL?
No. Although they should.
Yeah, I think it.
Because 3 yards, I wonder if a team really committed to going for 2 every time. You only got to get it once out of 2 to even it out. But if you're the idiot and you go for 4 that day and you lose by 3.
No punter, too. Like, the games are going to just be, like, more exciting, more, like, high-scoring, shorter fields.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's one to ponder on for sure. I think it's
if
one
you're
of
going for it, and your punter can throw it, you're always got that option, right?
Yeah.
Hanging back there if your punter's got a cannon.
Yeah, that's a good one. I do think that
Or he runs a 4-4.
I think that's a hard thing to predict, but I think once it happens, we're gonna think back and go, oh, Bobby was on to something.
I think I got one. You said like obviously punters, like if your punter could throw. What if your quarterback could punt? If you send your quarterback out there on 4th and 5, what if maybe he airs it out? I don't know.
Yeah, like if that was a prereq for quarterbacks, that would be interesting. Like there's just no punter. Your quarterback just has to be able to punt the ball as well. Like, that would be something
that's my dumb ring. Because like in Madden Ultimate Team, there used to be like 90
pooch punts.
There do be like 99 Ben Roethlisberger punter cards that could pass. So that's how my brain works.
I'm more surprised that when they don't snap it to a punter, they don't just try to fire it to the gunner and hope for interference. Because that guy's got his hands on him like almost immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like just
if he
runs on them not.
He runs 5 yards and just gets whacked and they throw the ball over there. That's automatic interference.
I feel like every time that's tough, but that definitely wouldn't be a bad play if you know like the DB.
Because as a gunner, I'm putting my hands on 100%. Him right away. Like there's no.
That's worth a shot at least.
Yeah. The other thing with trends, you don't know until you're already in it. Like if the threes in the NBA, like we knew that was. I wouldn't say we knew it was coming, but once it started and it really started unraveling, then it was like, oh shit, something's here. You know?
Why is there not like ambidextrous tennis players? Is it just too hard to switch?
Oh, way too
racket over?
hard.
Yeah.
Way too hard to switch a racket. That's
I guess
crazy.
So. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right, let's go. You said 5, Phil?
Yeah.
All right, let's go fourth quarter. Let's go heavy fourth quarter. All right. Reminder, Barstool TV, $9.99, 100,000 people bought it. Cool Millie in buys. Speaks for itself. It only gets better. I'm telling you, it only gets better. Watch it. A lot of comedy. What has been, I asked this on radio, what's been your guys, Phil, I think he already answered, but Jetski, what's been the underrated, like, comedic thing in the show? Or it's one of those things, like to me, like in Ocean's 11, I think it's hilarious that every time Brad Pitt is on camera, he's eating. I don't know if that was a conscious thing, but like it's one of those things you watch it 10 times, you notice.
I'll say from the production perspective, which maybe is like, I don't know, a sell because I'm a producer, but I love like slow zooms and like facial expressions and things like that when a vote is revealed, just like the reveal from people realizing. I think it is super cool, and I think they did a great job of like capturing those little moments in real time, and even like the having multiple angles of shit,
Yes.
like the I'm Jerry thing, having the like raw video clip from an iPhone and then the actual in shot was pretty funny. I like that.
I meant, I guess, just the straight up, like, comedic elements of it. Like, I feel like if you notice, every time we're told to be off our feet, I'm crawling back under the covers.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, Jerry just walking around kind of like a homeless person, like, at night. Gaz's fuck-ups. Like, what's the comedic element to it?
I really like the thing with the note from that we talked about yesterday. Just like because I know you and like knowing you writing it out, that was like probably one of my harder parts.
Let me know what the chat likes in terms of just the comedic element to it, because that's what it's good about it. It's a comedy show. It's a fucking reality show. It's a competitive show. It's a human experiment. Like that's why these shows work. So again, not tooting my own horn, but like what's been the comedic, or just Kirk's interactions with people acting like a whack job. Like, what's been the comedic element that you like the most? Phil, you can fire him through.
Ryan from Texas.
Boys.
What's up? Go Cowboys.
I'm from Houston, but yeah, that's okay. Rico, keep fighting and scratching and clawing and surviving Barstool, man. I know that it's a pain, man, but you just keep fighting, man. Just keep doing it.
Yeah, it is a war. It's especially
I know.
Get this far after day one of like first 2 hours, I sunk myself. So yeah, it is a scratch and claw kind of game. I think I'm playing a pretty good game.
I know that you're having to like pick sides and trying to maybe backstab just to stay alive, but like dude, just keep fighting. That's all I gotta say. So my debate is I kind of want to pick on your college basketball head a little bit,
Okay.
Rico. So who do you like right now as far as like a second year head coach? I know we got, Sean Miller and Xavier. You got Jerome Tang in Kansas State. You got John Schreier at Duke. I know that some of these coaches have seen a kind of an up and down compared to year one to year two, but who do you like more long-term heading into the tournament?
I'm hearing Tang is having some issues. I don't know. It could be media leaking it to me or whatever. The suspension with the kid Tomlin, I don't think they love that. But, yeah, I think it's Tang in terms of, like, all-time. Listen, you look, too, like, 18 years as an assistant at Baylor. Guy got a ring. He's had a lot of success at Baylor. I thought a lot of those teams were poised for runs. They just caught bad breaks in the tournament. So Tang is the answer that jumps out. Shire is one of those, he's doing well, but I don't know if we know enough about it. Like, I'd like to see him once, if he gets flagged, that's his first guy, obviously, and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of who else. Is it really only Sean Miller's second year at Xavier?
Yeah, and then Lamont Paris at South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina doesn't jump off the page at me. It's Beard's first.
And they haven't really played a ton of hard teams.
It's Beard's first year at Ole Miss, so he's ineligible. I guess I'd have to see the full list of guys.
Well, I can read a couple more names.
Yeah,
for you.
go
So
ahead.
we got
But Tang is 9-0 in overtime. He's been really good. So like,
we got San Francisco, the Dons. They got Chris Grofson.
He's been pretty good, but
Then
I
you
think
got-
he inherited a team that was good to start with, so that helps.
Yeah. Then you got Talvin Hester at La Tech.
Okay.
and then you got Chris Markwood at Maine.
Okay.
Those are like the mid.
Yeah, those are a little deeper. I think the answer is Tang. But yeah, it's crazy. Second year. I think 3 years is when you really start to see it. Because like Hubert Davis, he takes that team over. He goes to the national championship, and then last year they're an abject disaster. So, I think you need like 3 years to go. But the good looks. It looks real good at K-State with Tang. So I think he'd be the answer. I'm excited.
I agree with you.
Very excited next week to be at the Octagon. Very excited.
And you're not just saying this because you got a broker who's hooking you up with the jumpsuit, right?
No. I mean, he's 9-0 in overtime, and he went to an Elite Eight.
Okay.
That jumpsuit, by the way.
I just got to make sure because I know that you got a lot of hats. Come March,
I do.
Jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit jet ski, by the way, when I'm digging through the attic, I don't know where the fuck it is. We're sweating it. Now we're a week away.
We're gonna get you a pace one now. I confirmed because the pace.
Rico, you gotta whip that out.
I know. I gotta find. I might as well not go if I can't find it. I gotta find it. It's in a bag somewhere.
I tell you what. When you guys watch
this is why you don't put away. This is why. Hold on. I'm sorry, Ryan. This is why being rich, jet ski, you need a lot of closets.
100%.
Imagine if I didn't have to put shit away.
It'd be the best.
Yes.
Christmas in July. I'm not digging through. Where's that shirt? Because I'm going to this part. It's just all there. It's all there.
I think it'd be better if you were rich to not even have like a true closet, just a room where everything's hung on racks instead of being in like cabinets.
Well, a closet room. Yes, it's all hung. And I do it this way. I would not do it as button-up shirts and whatever. I would do it completely color coordinated.
Yes.
So white into gray into whatever to black, and I would just go that way. So all right, that shirt I'm looking for, I know it's black. I'm going to the black section. I'm going here. I'm going green. I'm going whatever.
Rico, you gotta make that jumpsuit kind of a revolving door. I know it's a lot of days in March, man. So like, you know what? If you're sweating out a parlay or sweating a bet, change it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up with luggage to the streams, hopefully. So we'll see.
How do you organize your draws? Is it socks, underwear, then t-shirts, then shorts, then pants? Like in a drawer?
It's just chaos.
Just no rhyme or reason, really?
No, I mean, you try to do underwear and socks on top, shirts, but I'm not really a dresser guy. I'm more of a closet guy. I don't know. We got to go find this fucking jumpsuit.
I'm going to call out some chat comments about funniest part from the show.
Okay, yeah.
Ben May said, Hank saying Jerry and Rico look like the grandparents from Willy Wonka had me dead. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
Tommy's confessional saying he gave Big Cat a chance was awesome. There was one more. The dichotomy of the intelligence level and quality of thought between you and PFT and Tommy was hilarious when they were showing it back to back.
Yeah, I guess I meant just a running theme, like Will being good at challenges, fights, just kind of laissez-faire attitude. Like, what's been the underlying thing? Everyone too is like, why are you always
being like the derelict?
Yeah, everyone's always like, why are you laying down? Like, yo, if you get to lay down at work, I'm taking my fucking opportunity. So, I'm in. Fuck it. Phil, next one.
Brooks from Cali.
Rico.
What's up?
Healthy debate. I'm getting married. Not the healthy debate.
Don't
That's
get a watch.
Deal, but I heard a little bit of that. But anyways, to the point. Bachelor party.
Okay.
Weddings at the end of April. Strategically, no important sports are going on, but March Madness. Sorry. March Madness. How do I do it? Bachelor party with the boys. What's the best way of doing it?
I was going to say Final Four. So here's the thing. If you guys really care about games and you're going to watch all your games during the day, you're also going to be at day parties, and I think that hurts your ability to watch. Like I do, I want to watch. So I don't think you do it during the tournament. I kind of like, I don't hate doing it Elite 8 weekend, Sweet 16 into Elite 8 because you only have 4 games that night. A little bit easier to watch. Also, Thursday might be the starting night. So that's the night, all right, you get the back room for the restaurant. Friday night, we're out.
Yeah.
You go out, maybe you're going out late.
But not
you're
the
going
first
out.
2 weekends.
Are you in Vegas, you said?
Or not the first 2 rounds.
I wouldn't do the first 2 rounds, no. Because Saturday night and Sunday night now, the way they've changed their schedule, they're going all night till 12 o'clock, which is way better. Imagine, I say that all the time, too. Imagine being like, even when I was 14, 15 years old, they packed all those games into Sunday to finish from 12 to 6. And you only watched 2 games. You only got 2 games on TV on Sunday. Way back in the day. Crazy. Same with Saturday. Like, it's nuts. Whatever. The whole fucking thing is
crazy that they took so long. I think you could go
Did you-
final.
did
I
you
think you
get
could go
Airbnb
final
with the-
four. I think you could go final four weekend. It's pretty easy because you got Saturday night
Yeah.
just with the 2 games.
Agreed.
It's a little bit closer. I don't hate the Masters, weekend, but watching golf's tough. I love watching the Masters. What are you laughing at, Jets?
Mike D in the chat said, "Sweet 16 and hookers, nice." I like that.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I think if you're really depends, man. If you're a casual fan, you don't really care about watching the games. You're okay like day drinking. If you really care about the games and you want to be locked in with your bets, I think the less games on, the better. So later and later,
That
I
might
would
be
go.
a good idea. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, bro.
He called you sir.
Yeah, respect.
Respect.
Dictatorship.
All right, Tim wants to talk about a bed frame, if I heard him right.
Rico,
What's up?
should you have your man card revoked if you pay another man to come and assemble your bed frame?
Tim, I'll be honest. I missed this reference in the show today, but no.
That's pretty much it. That's
All right,
pretty much the
all right.
story.
I always pay the guy. Because let me tell you something. I spent 4 hours doing it, and then I paid IKEA, and the 2 guys showed up and did it in about 4 seconds without any books, any papers, because they're so used to the box. They took like one look at it early, and then they threw it away, and they did it. No, always pay the guy, man. Always pay the guy.
Yeah, and we have to value the task rabbits, all these guys that come through.
You also got to remember the house that I grew up in, okay? One year, my dad did not take the tree stand to measure the stump, and it was too thick, and we don't have tools in the house. He is cutting with kitchen knives bark off of it to get it into the stump, and my mother goes, "Just take it back." No, I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back.
That's a man.
So then
That's
he's
a real man.
He's working a fucking job on Wall Street with cuts all over his hand. And they're like, "Yo, what happened to your hands?" Like, "Oh, I got the cat acted up last night. I got into a fight or whatever."
I had to
like,
whittle my Christmas tree.
I'm whittling down my Christmas tree while fucking. So yeah, I'm in not a handy house, so we pay the guys.
That doesn't matter.
We
that
pay
doesn't
the
matter
guys.
If you, it's about being a man and doing a manly thing yourself and staying another.
Yeah,
thing
but if
instead
you
of saying
suck
another.
at it, Tim, you're only gonna.
Tim, I think you need.
Yeah, but
you
you
should host a
tried.
man
Yeah, but
camp.
we
I would
tried.
attend. I need to learn how to like sheetrock and shit.
Tim, can I ask a question? Yeah, I do think in college there should be classes like
For
that.
sure.
Learn how to do just basic shit.
I agree.
Because you could pick shit up on TaskRabbit. Like you can.
My
whatever,
buddy's a
but
TaskRabbit, and
He probably cleans up.
He does, and he recently had a girl invite him over 3 times to hang a TV. The first time he hung it, it was fine. She told him that there was like a weird angle setting, which there wasn't when he left. She like adjusted it the second time. He readjusted it. She did it again the third time. She fucked him.
Yeah,
and
that's
paid him.
correct.
And paid him
So what
every
do you
single time.
All right, so
Now,
two things off this. 'Cause I have a question for Tim.
He's also called into the
Are
show.
you a
Great guy.
scumbag? Are you a scumbag if you cut out TaskRabbit? So like I had a kid who hung my TVs, and then when I moved again, I just took his cell and called him.
No, that's like the Uber driver that
Yeah.
teaches their car.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
It's
Tim,
entrepreneurial.
Tim, can I also ask this? What did you do to get?
Yes, sir.
What did you do to get blocked by Dave?
I do not know because I definitely.
He does not block a lot of people, so it's.
No, I definitely tweeted worse stuff at him in the past, and it was just recent. And so it's either something to do with toilet paper on his dad's foot, or I don't even know what, because I never take the swipe at somebody's girlfriend or wife.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. All right.
I think it's unmanly, though.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I like that though. Yeah, I always call the guy. I always call the fucking guy. Load him up, Phil.
Mike from Texas.
Hey Rico, how's it going, buddy?
What's up?
Hey, so I just have a question for you. I need your guidance. I need your expertise. Tomorrow's over under. It's at 30. Steelers Patriots.
Oh yeah. Not watching a second of it.
I mean, of course we're not, but we have to bet on it, of course.
I would say under. I'd say go to bed and take the under. There's
Great.
It's a
And
bad
last but not
slate for
least-
college basketball too. So
Oh, really? Okay. And last but not least, Rico, healthy debate. What's the what's the drink that's most addictive that's not alcohol? for me
Oh
personally,
man,
Diet
soda,
Coke, man. I
soda,
cannot have a day
soda.
without having Diet Coke.
Yeah, soda. Something about I can't put it away. I'm down some pounds. I'm doing okay. I feel a lot better, but the soda, man, it's something about it. It's legitimate. Like I think there is cocaine in there, coke. I really do.
Yeah, probably still
It's,
there.
it's
yeah.
unbelievable. I just
All right,
can't.
guys.
Something about it. The soda, man. It's unbelievable.
Take
Empty
care,
and
Rico.
fill. It's a good call, Mike. We're big in Texas. Big wedding show, big in Texas.
I got one more caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
Darren from, I want to guess, University of Washington. He says he's from Washington.
All right. I got a question. Then I'll hang up. Why is Jaden Daniels the Heisman favorite when he's got 16 touchdowns against Grambling, Army, and Georgia State? Michael Penix Jr., undefeated, never shied away, and Daniels was just running up the stats against
because again, in this dumbass sport that we love, people just get to submit their vote. There is no debate. So,
Fair enough.
And it's a copycat type of thing. Like forever, Francesa, we like him. He was a Heisman voter. He's like, I don't watch. He openly told me. I called him one time. Was like, Mike, what about Boise and Fresno out there in the Mountain West? Like hell of a race. He's like, nobody watches those games. They're on too late. Well, if you're gonna be a voter, you should be watching those games. So it's a copycat type of thing. I think some people talk to other people and like, who are you voting for? And they just vote for Daniels. There's no debate either. There's nobody standing up saying this guy had 16 touchdowns against the Sisters of the Poor. It's just a straight up vote. Like this is where it's fucked up. And again, this is college football. It's like, for as much as we love it, they're so set back in their fucking ways. None of it makes any sense. They have such a great product of something that mattered so much in the bowls and this thing of like, and the pageantry of all this. They wasted it for the last 10 years. They couldn't get a playoff. They can't get a fucking Heisman correct. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. We love it. It's actually crazy that people care about college football because they're doing everything they can to make people not care. They're very dumb. All right, Darren. Yeah, to answer your question, it's a fucked up system. That's where it's at. So, Jetski, let's go 2-minute drill and bang it out.
Yes, sir. All right. 2-minute drill. If you could put wings on any wingless animal, which one would you choose?
Oh, sharks to watch the chaos.
That's a great answer. You win a contest in which you can choose to have free unlimited services of a cook, chauffeur, house cleaner. Which one do you choose?
Oh my God.
This could be a whole episode.
Wow, we might take the whole 2 minutes. All right, a cook, a chauffeur,
or a house cleaner.
Or a house cleaner.
I feel like a lot of people got house cleaners already.
Yeah, but not like all the time and not on demand. So you got to factor that in. A chauffeur means I can nap at all times. Driving. Long drives to a wedding, I never have to worry about. Traffic, going into work. They're on demand. Chauffeur's in the lead right now. A cook? Man, you still have to clean the pots? At the
I
end?
think cook would clean everything.
Cook cleans everything.
I personally would go chauffeur.
I think I'm going chauffeur.
Yeah.
Close though, because you could talk me into the other two.
Only thing with cooking is
what was it? Cook and what was the third one?
House cleaner. Also, chauffeur isn't in your house, so I think that's kind of nice.
House cleaner though, house cleaner every day. It's nice. You go away for the weekend. It's nice. It smells nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's a hell of a debate. I think we take calls on that all day tomorrow. Let's just open that up. Let's try to do the one subject like we did with Surviving Barstool. Make your case. If 3 people want to volunteer, we'll put it all on Zoom. That is a hell of a debate.
Would you rather be an average pro athlete or the most revered sports commentator or announcer of all time?
Probably, I guess I lean with the commentator, but there is something to say you played professional athlete as a professional athlete.
I think it kind of depends what you mean by average. If you're thinking money wise, I think being a
like Al Michaels
70s,
is a goat. Like people say Al Michaels is a goat.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a respect. Like Kirk Herbstreit, top of the class.
Would you rather be Al Michaels or like Tayshaun Prince?
Oh,
Tayshaun Prince is different because he could shoot it.
He did have
so he could
Ratty.
score 40 in the fucking men's leagues. But I think if you could be the GOAT, you'd be the GOAT, especially if you have a voice.
Yeah.
I'd have to have a sick. If I'm like Marv Albert, if I'm Al Michaels, if I'm Herb Street, if I'm Vern Lundquist, I think I'd much rather be him than like I don't know, Eric Snow. Like Eric Snow's a good NBA player, right? But nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
Like even that, I think you go announcer, which is crazy, but that's where we're at. Damn, some good ones today. I think we touch on that tomorrow. End out the week. We'll have Secret Santa tomorrow. I know I got my Secret Santa, a great gift. So we will either be roasting some people on here, or I'll be complaining about my gift.
I forgot to sign up.
Unless it's somebody I'm scared of, and then I'd just be like, "Oh, it's a great gift because I'm scared of you." Shout out Keegs. But yeah, good one. We'll end the week tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Send in your healthy debates. See you tomorrow. Everybody loves healthy debate.